Hey guys, and today is my first budget video in a series of budget knives. Today's knife is the Kershaw Injection. I've got a co-host today. Bob's going to help me do the review of this knife. Bob, say hi. Everybody say hi to Bob. He's a little camera shy, but I think he'll get used to it. Hey Bob. Alright guys, back to the review. Bob and I will be back shortly. Hey guys, so I'm going to be reviewing the Kershaw Injection 3.0 today. I'm going to run you through some quick stats, the basics, and then take you over to my overview and initial impressions video. So starting out, this knife features a 3-inch blade made of 8 CR13 MOV, full flat grind with a bead blast finish. It is open via thumb studs, dual thumb studs. The blade is secured with a liner lock. You're going to get G10 handle scales, which are done quite nice. Not super smooth, not rough. Milled out nicely as well with a decorative pivot. Features a reversible left or right-handed pocket clip. And it has a little integrated lanyard loop with the back spacers. So, those are your quick stats. It's going to weigh in at about 3.3, 3.4 ounces, depends on who you ask. Manufacturer says 3.3. So, that is my quick stats. I'm going to run you over to the initial impressions overview video. Yeah. Okay guys, here it is. Kershaw Injection 3.0. Let's take a closer look. So a little backstory on this knife is the reason I got it is I knew I wanted to do a video on some budget knives. And I was watching a video by Frankie and Bert over at Birdshot, and they highlighted the fact that this knife was only $10 at BladeHq. So I thought, perfect. I'll cover this knife. I'll get it in hand and see what I think. So what do I think? Well, I think for $10, yeah. Since it was $10, moving forward, I'm going to review this as a $10 knife. Now, I know it was originally more and it's on sale, but I spent $10 on it, so that's how I'm going to review it. So I think for $10, you're getting a pretty good looking knife. I really like the milling out here in the G10 on the handle. I think that's very attractive. I really like this pivot. I'm a fan of the blade shape, the flat grind. The bead blasts, not so much, for the simple fact that I do hard use my knives, and that would get scratched up relatively quickly. I do like these back spacers you have going on here. Take a closer look, see if it'll focus. There we go. Kind of like an integrated lanyard loop there. You get a reversible pocket clip, which I think is really nice, so it's lefty friendly. Liner lock. Action. Pretty good. So, I think the looks of the knife are spot on. For a $10 knife, I think it's good. So how does it feel? Well, I would say it is a medium-ish knife, probably on the smaller side in the medium range. It's bigger than my Mini Grip Tillion, but smaller than my Buck Vantage Pro. But fits pretty good in the hand. No issues with high ridges or sharp edges. Now, the steel is 8 CR13 MOV, which I don't have an issue with on this particular knife because I would expect to find that steel in a $10 knife. Now, you know, when you get into the $30, $40 knives, which that price range is very competitive right now, and I think that's originally where this knife was, I would have a gripe about that. But I think it's perfectly acceptable to have that in a $10 knife. So, no gripes about that. So do I have any? I have just a few little ones, nothing too major actually. Now my first one is going to be those thumb studs right there. Now if you see that milling, see if I can get it to focus on like an up close. Okay, there you go. You see that milling or jimping, whatever you'd want to call it on those thumb studs? If you don't hit it at the right deployment angle, it can be a little rough on the thumbs. So that would be gripe number one. Like I said, these aren't big at all. So, and then gripe number two, focus a little bit more, is this has got to be one of the springiest pocket clips I've had on a knife in a long time. I mean, this thing is just crazy down. I mean, it's not going anywhere out of your pocket, but it's a pain in the butt to actually get in the pocket and clipped on. Now, I know it will loosen up or ease up a little bit over time, but man, that is a serious pocket clip. So some of you might like that. If you do, then hey, but not so much a big fan. But other than that, guys, I'm pretty happy with it. I would say if you have $10 and you just want a budget knife, something that you can beat up on, practice sharpening, which is something I'm working on at the moment, I would say yeah. I'm going to feature a few more knives kind of in that price range, give or take a few dollars, but I think for $10, this knife is a win. So, another reason I got this knife is going back to Cedric and Ada's review. I believe it, I can't remember exactly how long ago, but maybe 6 months or so ago. Anyway, he mentioned that it looked like something was supposed to be done here, where the milling is in the G10, but they just kind of left it. Well, I'm thinking an episode 2 of Pimp My Knife. Now, if you guys aren't familiar with that, I took some knife parts and I practiced a little bit of powder coating. Now, I mentioned I had a candy purple, and I didn't think it was right on the Buckvantage Pro. However, I think it's right for this knife. I can do a little bit of powder coating right on the steel liner right there with a matching pivot and a thumb stud. And it'll be in a candy purple, almost a translucent, like that blue you would get on a lot of stainless steel folders or the titanium. It's like that blue but purple. Now, the pocket clip, I don't know. I think I might just take that off, do something with the lanyard, or maybe I'll do this in black. I think that in purple would be a little too much. So, anyway, back to the initial overall impressions and review of this knife. I would say, yes, this is a win. For $10, I think it fits very well in that price range. Probably aren't going to last for very long, so if you're on the fence, I would say, yeah, go ahead and get one. But that's my overall impressions and review of the knife. Oh, and it did come out of the box, well, the blister package cardboard. Pretty freaking sharp. If I can give you a little demonstration. So, good job, Kershaw, on putting an edge on your knife properly. So, there it is, guys, the Kershaw Injection 3.0. Stay tuned, you might be seeing this knife featured in an episode of Pimp My Knife, or, I don't know, that's kind of a working title, maybe we'll play around with that. So, thanks for watching, guys. See you soon.